One of the things that people raise as the most difficult factor in this illness is telling family and friends about their diagnosis. With hereditary amyloidosis, there's the added burden of telling family due to concerns that it may have been passed on to them. This can be extremely worrying and difficult to manage, and is likely to raise feelings of guilt, even though you have had no control over this outcome and are not to blame in any way. And guilt in this scenario is a misplaced emotion because you're not responsible for this situation. However, we often feel a sense of responsibility, even when we know that something isn't our fault. Once you've gathered all of the information yourself and understood it, given yourself time, you may want to think together about who you need to tell first and agree on when you feel ready. Think about the environment and the mode of communication that you'll be using and make careful decisions around that. Consider what questions you might get asked so that you can be prepared with some answers. Ultimately, you cannot control the whole of this conversation or how others may respond. So remember that you're not responsible for everyone else's feelings. Allow people space for their own feelings. Listen and support each other. It's okay to share that you're frightened or upset or anxious. And it's best to be open and honest as much as possible with loved ones. When telling family members who may also have inherited the condition, ensure that you have all of the information and resources to hand about them getting tested and anything else that you feel they need to know. Remember that they may need time and space to think this through. You will have had some time to process this information, but they will not as yet. Try to respect their decisions, which might not always be the same as yours. And also remember that you'll have many more opportunities for conversations as time goes on. This is just the start, so try to take things slowly. Plan to do something comforting or nourishing after this conversation, and to express your feelings about it either to your spouse or to a friend. Look after yourself with compassion. Remember that life has put you in a very difficult circumstance which you've had no control of. Be gentle and kind with yourself and look after your own well-being. Maybe go for a walk after it, do some mindfulness meditation, or an activity which takes your attention away from these difficult emotions. And when telling those not as close, for example, work colleagues, consider how much you feel comfortable sharing in advance. And don't feel that you need to go beyond that. Everyone is different in how open or how private they prefer to be, and you might not feel ready to share too much at this point in time, so don't be pressured to do so.